Hey you guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. It's Saturday and I am putting together the center seam of our red panda. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got our left and our right sides of the head, and I've got a few needles threaded for us so we can get right into this. So I'm going to start, so what we're going to do is, like here, how we stitched all of these darts on what will be the inside, we're going to do the same thing with the front of the face. So basically from this point at the bottom of the chin, around the snout, and up to the top head dart, we're going to stitch on the inside. And then we're going to turn it, and from the top head dart to the back of the head, we'll stitch that on the outside. So, so let's do that. So I'm just going to turn the head pieces so they are inside out. And I'm just going to start by doing a couple of stitches. I've got some of the body color thread and some of the white thread here so that I can stitch, so I can jump back and forth to each of those. So under the chin, I'm just going to do a few stitches in the body thread and then knot off, because there's just that tiny little bit of the body color that's right underneath the chin. So I just did a couple of little stitches there. And then I'm going to switch to the white. Oh, I've already got a knot on that. That's great. Okay. So then we're doing the whip stitch, which is pretty much what I do for all of the seams of the animals. And going through the where you've got a dart can be kind of tricky. It can get really really tight. So if you have a pair of pliers handy, you can use those to help pull your needle through. I have a bunch of little needle nose pliers that I always keep around my desk. So what I want to do is just make sure as I'm going around the snout that all my darts match up. So just keep an eye on that. If they don't match up, the face can have a little bit of a kind of a cockeyed look to it. Just kind of, if you need to pin it or whatever to just hold things in place, you could put a pin right at the forehead there on the other side of the white to make sure that lines up as well. Oh, there goes our thread. This is that bad white thread I was using last time too, I think. Okay, that's all right. I think I should throw that little bundle away. It's all right, we're almost done with it for right now. I'm just going to keep going with this piece because it's in front of me. We've only got a couple more stitches. All right. I've done it. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the body thread color again, and I'll stitch from the forehead point to that top head dart. And all my knots, because all of this is going to be on the inside, all my knots I'm leaving on the side that I'm stitching. All right, so I've reached the dart, and I'm just going to go a couple of stitches beyond the dart so that when I turn it and I'm stitching the back of the head, that dart is already stitched beyond. Okay, so here we go with our knots. So the pliers can come in handy. Either straight ones or these little curved tip ones are nice. Those can come in handy just to help you turn small things. Okay. Alrighty. So there's there's the head so far. And now I'm going to go ahead and stitch let's see if I've got another piece of thread. It's long enough. Go ahead and stitch that back seam of the head. So this time I'm going to take my starting knot and tuck it in between the layers here so that gets hidden and we don't have a knot on the outside. And again, we're just going ahead with the whip stitch and pulling each of those stitches nice and tight so that when we stuff it, the stuffing actually really it fills out the head. The felt can stretch a little bit, and you can there's a lot that you can do with stuffing to give the head a really nice round shape. I always feel like it's sort of a combination of the pattern itself and the way that you push the stuffing in, and I'll show you that as we get a little further along. After the back seam here, we'll be ready to stuff, and I can talk to you about just tricks for getting that to form a really nice head. Okay. All right, so do our knot, ending knot again. And then this knot is probably not going to show up too much because it'll get caught up in the neck seam, but we can tuck it behind anyway, like we did in one of the last videos, hiding the knot. Okay, so let's see how long we've been filming here. I'm just gonna, it's 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go forward. Let's go, I'm gonna stuff the head on the same video here. Oh no, I'm not. I've got to get some stuffing. All right, I'll be back in another video with stuffing. See you soon.